Hey, excuse me. Sorry, you look.
Hey.
You actually speak. It sounds like good English as well. I was gonna ask if you spoke, but.
Yes, I speak English.
Very nice. You look incredibly elegant as well.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I'm Todd. I'm actually going somewhere in a minute, but I was curious about you because you definitely stand out with like the red hair and the like very elegant.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Todd, you are? Hey, what's up? It's Todd here in the Czech Republic, and today I want to talk to you about 3 behaviors in the pickup community that I absolutely hate. I call them lewd button pushing, the temper tantrum, and turning your win into her loss. These 3 behaviors give the community a terrible reputation and make us look awful, but even more so, they just don't work and they're hurting your game and your results. So I'm going to unpack them, show you what they are, and show you how you can get past them. The first behavior I want to talk about is what I would call lewd or rude button pushing. And what is this? Well, I'll give you a couple examples. One example is a lot of times in the past, students would be instructed to walk up to the girl and drink out of her drink, or walk up and put your finger in her nose, right? Those are extreme examples. On a more sort of common basis, it's like insulting the girl just because you can, or insulting the girl just to see what you can get away with and to see how far you can push it. Now, if you're extremely shy and you do this one time as a drill to find out where the line is, okay, fair enough. But a lot of guys, they do this as their game, right? They think that they're conveying value and demonstrating that they're a high quality man by showing what they can get away with, showing how many social rules that they can violate. Here's what's actually happening, okay? You're pissing people off, right? You're pissing people off, you're annoying them. Just put yourself in the girl's shoes, right? Well, if some stranger walked up and stuck their finger in your nose, how the fuck would you feel about it? Would you be happy? You'd probably punch him in the face, right? If the girl was stronger than you and would think to do that, she'd probably punch you in the face too, all right? It's not a good thing. Or when you're insulting a girl and actually really damaging her self-esteem, that's not a good thing for a healthy relationship in the long term. It's not helping anybody, okay? So on just a moral, ethical level, it's not a really nice or right thing to do. But I'm not gonna make a moral argument here. I'm not gonna tell you be a nice person. I'm gonna tell you what's effective for game. So I'm gonna tell you why it's also not effective game. And here's why. It's what I call leveling, okay? Because it's demonstrating on one level that you're not a 2, 3, 4 as a guy, again, if you're rating guys from 1 to 10. You're not a really low value guy who's too shy and timid to try something, sure. And so on a certain level, it is showing you, giving you value. But at the same time, it's also conveying you're not a 10. Because Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't need to insult girls. And Derek Jeter doesn't need to stick his finger in a girl's nose, okay? It's not necessary to do that if you actually are high value. So the fact that you're doing it is conveying as a very honest signal that you're not that high a value. So if you do that kind of stuff, yes, you will get a reaction sometimes. And yes, you will get noticed. And yes, you will get on her radar, but you're doing it in a negative way. You're automatically setting yourself up in a way where you're being framed as not a 10 out of 10 guy, or not even probably an 8 or 9 out of 10 guy, to be fair, okay? You're setting yourself up in a very negative frame. It's kind of fool's gold because you are gonna get reactions from it. And if you've never gotten reactions from girls, if you've been ignored by girls before, it's gonna feel good to get some kind of reaction. And occasionally a girl will be like, oh, that was so ballsy, or oh, that was cute, or whatever, and it may work here and there, up to a certain level, but it's not gonna work on a deep level, and it's not a fundamental habit that you wanna build, right? It's like building a house. You want a good foundation of fundamentals, and then you build your game on top of it, and that way you can grow and get to advanced and excellent. If you're building on this weird gimmicky shit that's offensive and creating a negative in the interaction, you're gonna be very limited in terms of how good you could actually become. The next behavior I wanna talk about is what I call the tantrum, and specifically what I'm referring to here is when a guy gets rejected by a girl and then he lashes out, yells at, insults the girl, that sort of a thing. Okay, now from the scope of pickup in general, this is pretty bad because she may have been wrong to reject you, but as soon as you start yelling and screaming, she's suddenly right. And the next guy that comes up, she's gonna feel even more justified to reject. She's gonna tell all her friends about the asshole that talked to her and rejected her. That's gonna make pickup look worse. And any bystander is gonna look at it and think of pickup in a worse light. So overall, it's very bad for the pickup movement. It's very bad for the idea in general. But let's look at it on a personal level, because I know that's what you care about, is you. So, on a personal level, I understand where this is coming from, and to an extent it even comes from a good place, right? It's that you have a strong frame. You believe that you're in the right to go talk to her. It's like you did nothing wrong by talking to her, so how dare she reject you, or she shouldn't reject you. And to a certain extent you're right, but to a certain extent you're wrong, which is, you have every right to go talk to her, she has every right not to be interested, and it's not a big deal. And as much as you think that you're holding your frame and saying like, okay, well, I'm in the right, what I believe is good, so we should just go with it, bubbles. As much as you think that, the fact of the matter is if your frame was truly strong, you wouldn't feel the need to fight for it. It's like if I was telling you gravity exists and you argued with me, I wouldn't feel the need to argue strongly because I just know I'm right? So the very fact you feel the need to argue, the very fact you get angry is actually showing a weak frame, is showing that you have some doubt in that belief. And so what you really need to do is strengthen your own frame, because when that's the case, if you get rejected, you'll either think it's funny or you might feel even a little sorry for the girl because she's missing out on something amazing. The final behavior or set of behaviors I want to talk about is what I call turning your win into her loss. And this is where either by bragging about the girl, showing off, involving friends, posting pictures on the internet, you essentially humiliate, embarrass the girl, and make it publicly known and possibly publicly shamed on her part that she had sex with you. Now, on a global level, this is very bad for pickup. It's very bad for sort of like sexual openness in general, because the girl's taking a risk in sleeping with you. She's risking her social reputation, and she's sort of trusting you with the social contract not to violate that. And when you go and violate that, that makes her regret that action, makes her not want to see you again, makes her less likely to want to have sex again with someone else. It makes the world a more closed off place. So on a global level, I don't like it. But what about on your level? What does it reflect about you? What's it doing for you? Well, on a certain level, if having sex with a girl is such a big deal for you that you have to post it, what does that actually say about you? It says that, it's not that common of a thing, right? Or if, you have someone's trust, you have to immediately turn around and violate it. What's that saying? It's saying that you're not a very trustworthy person. And here's the one place where I'm going to get just a tiny bit woo-woo, although I'm going to explain it in science as well. The self is always coming through. So if with one girl you have that trust and you violate it, with the next girl, she's gonna be less likely to trust you. And that's not for a woo-woo reason, it's because subtly, in little gestures, you're gonna know that you're lying to her. When you say, oh, I'll take care of you, a little part of you knows you're not, and that's gonna come through in subtle little facial gestures, subtle little tics, subtle little mannerisms, and it's actually gonna hurt you in your game. It's gonna hurt you in terms of having trust with girls. I'll tell you one thing I always do. I always keep my promises to girls even when I don't have to. So for example, say that I promise a girl if she comes home with me, I'll give her a taxi back, okay? And then maybe even she doesn't sleep with me, I will still give her the taxi ride back, no matter what, because I promised it. And yeah, it cost me a taxi ride, but you know what it does for me? It makes me credible and believable for the next girl and the next girl and the next girl. And I honestly and firmly believe that the reason why when I say things girls trust me is because I always have kept my word with every past girl, and there's 100% congruence in my vocal tonality, my eye contact, everything with all of it. So having that sort of integrity actually will help you as well. So in a bigger picture way, what I really want you to remember is that girls are people too. They're not just things for you to fuck. All right, and so understand that the things that would piss you off probably pissed them off as well, and the things that you wouldn't appreciate, they probably don't appreciate. And yes, in pickup, because there's anonymity and it's kind of random, you can get away with a lot of stuff, and there isn't an immediate consequence, obviously. Like, there isn't an obvious immediate consequence. However, there are always consequences, right? That consequence can be a slashed tire or a broken window. That consequence could be a white knight coming and beating you up. Or that consequence can just be the fact that you don't have integrity, and so at a certain point, people stop trusting you, your game stops working, or you've built your game on a glitch and it doesn't function. And kind of the beautiful thing is, by being a better person in pickup, you actually will give yourself better results in the long run. You'll have better relationships, you'll have girls stick around, you'll have a good reputation, and you'll have social circles that grow on each other and build your results instead of taking them away, all right? So take a little bit of a longer view, take a little bit of a higher moral compass, and it's gonna serve you both in terms of your own personal integrity, but it will also serve you in terms of tangible results.